Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Turf Today podcast.
Look at you with your little mug and your cozy chair like you're on Rogan. You're just missing a cigar.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to smoke in here. But yeah, what's going on?
I'm in the same spot. Still briefless behind me.
Still wreathless, yeah, still pantsless, I would assume.
Well, yeah, just no bottoms in general. Nothing's changed
No?
at all. No,
Same old, just working hard.
not. I wouldn't. Yeah, people that I know listen to the show. Yeah, I'm working super hard.
Yeah.
It's yeah, there's nothing different.
Well, it was awesome getting to go down and see you. Could get out of the crazy winter weather we're having here in Canada, go down to California. It was beautiful flying into San Diego. You talk about it all year on the podcast, and you finally get to go down there and yeah, it's a nice place.
Yeah, it's not half bad.
It's not half bad, no. Then we got to golf at Goat Hill Park, which was amazing. One of the
Yeah,
coolest golf courses I've ever been to. Like from the
tell it
rain,
to the people because I tell it to everybody
you
all the
do, but
time.
from like the TVs and the fire pits at the range to the dogs walking around to just being in t-shirts and serving beers everywhere, and like it's just such a casual golf course to be at, whether you're a 50 handicap or, scratch golfer, like anybody can go
No,
and play there and have fun.
advisory: if you're a 50 handicap, don't bother. You're gonna
Stick on
get
the range, eh?
absolutely fucking worked.
That is a good point.
Because you only got to play what one through what? What'd you even get to play? I don't even remember.
We didn't make it all the way. I think we skipped ahead of a few holes though, maybe.
We just start off the back. We just did the back nine.
I don't remember.
There's photos of you on the 10 tee box. So there's that. Robert and I, Rob Dog, we were there literally sunrise to sunset.
Yeah, that was a long day for you guys.
I think we nearly looped it 3 times.
Almost.
Yeah.
You almost could have if you guys stopped and went and got some food. But I think you guys definitely could have pushed that
If we
whole day.
didn't, well, we were gonna stop and get food after the first 18, and then we rolled off, and buddies of mine were about to tee off, and I was like, "Oh, it's just you guys?" Like, yeah, they're too bailed, and it's like, "All right, well,
Perfect.
we're gonna go," and yeah, so we were there a long time.
It
Yeah,
was nice though. I enjoyed that golf course. It was, even if I was there for half a round or three-quarters of a round, it was nice. And then Mr. Shane Dial shows up, full Titleist
Shane
gear.
Shane Dizzle always comes in styling. Yeah, he's we were there yesterday actually.
Yeah, that's your guys' spot. He's a good golfer too. Got a good swing on him.
Shane's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we grabbed some Zaws after that. We went back to his place, and he has a collection of golf clubs. Holy shit.
Oh, that's right. We went to Shane's house. This was so long ago now, I can barely remember.
Yeah. But he just was
Yeah.
going through all the different clubs and putters and wedges and everything he had. Wow.
Shaner's got quite the collection, that's for sure. Definitely no joke when it comes to golf. If you guys haven't listened to the Shane Dial episode, listen.
Yeah, that's a good
But
one.
this is season 2.
This
Right?
is season 2. So, and then we packed up the next day. We packed up Trevor's Kona to the tits.
Oh my God.
Like that was a traffic jam of a vehicle.
So we had Robert, myself, and Adam here in San Diego. So neither one of these guys are small humans. They're both just tanks. And I have a relatively small car because I live in California where it doesn't snow. I don't need anything fancy. And yeah, we stuffed that thing like bubble on a water glass. My wife is trying to like give us snacks, and I'm like, babe, we don't have room. And she's like,
Yeah.
no, there'll be. Nah. And I'm like, fine, go open the car.
Yeah.
And she opens the back. She's like, oh wow, you good? Yeah, you don't. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And Adam got stuck in the back.
I was jammed in there. I was in the suicide seat, but we made it work though. It was a good little trip.
just like degenerates. Our first stop isn't to pee, isn't to eat, it's to get a beer before we get out of California.
Yeah. It was a nice little ride, and there was a brewery. They had a good sign, so it was like, "Hey, boys, shall
We
we?"
couldn't even find it. It wasn't there was no sign. We couldn't even find it in the parking lot.
Well, there's a sign on the highway, and then by the time we got there, I was like, "What the fuck is this place?"
That was a cool little spot. I don't even remember the name of it, but that was a cool little spot.
Yeah, it was a good beer. One of the it was the first of many beers on that trip. Well, I shouldn't say first because
I
we had some at Goat, but that
I
kind of got
s-
the Arizona
I
trip started.
I drank so much less than I anticipated, and I was really happy about that.
It's good. Well, it makes waking up in the morning a little bit easier.
Yeah. Then we hit Arizona, and that's when you realize just how bad California is because gas was like literally half the freaking price.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
yeah,
I'd
that
never
was
been to
nice.
Arizona either, other than a layover in the airport once. So that was cool. It was crazy when you're in California desert, there's no cacti.
Good
You get
day.
to Arizona, all of a sudden there's these giant green turds coming out of the ground.
Yeah, it's in the middle of
And
nowhere.
dude, they're awesome.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. So I thoroughly enjoyed Arizona way more than I thought I was going to. Like Arizona as a state. Phoenix was like decently clean. Like I
Yeah,
was kind of surprised. A lot of the areas we
it's
went
busy.
to after we were driving around, I was like, "Ew, it's kind of gross." Like some normal big cities, but like for the most part, I was like, "Wow, it's actually kind of a little clean little spot."
No, it wasn't
Uh,
bad. It was a
yeah,
cool spot. It's weird to me how there's no water there. Like it's just a desert, right? So like they just, where does the water come from? You know?
the sky. It rained significantly the next week.
Once we left, yeah, it was the day after. There
Yeah.
were some storms.
It stormed, dude. Driving home was gnarly because
Was
you
it?
it
Yeah.
was you remember the way we got there. It was through the windy roads of the mountain. On the way back, it was socked in fog. I couldn't see 30 feet in front of me, and it was
Jeez.
pissing down rain
Damn.
for for
We,
probably it's like 5 to 10 miles of the drive.
yeah.
Was like people were driving with their hazards on because they're pussies, but like it was gnarly. I'm so happy that GPS is a thing in the Apple CarPlay because like I could see the road. Yeah, I could anticipate like bigger turns or series of turns come up because I could see it on the GPS. But like, yeah, I was cruising
Other than
probably
that,
going 30 miles an hour, just kind of like on a roll, like really peeking for that yellow line. It was
nice.
gnarly.
Yeah, we got lucky for sure being there, able to get a few rounds in and like chilling at our place. Trev found a sick
Dude,
spot for us to be able to chill at for the week we were there.
much smaller than I thought it would be. I totally didn't think of four dudes in one bathroom. So that was my mistake on that. But
Well, we made it work. It's all good.
yeah,
It
it
was a
worked.
nice bathroom, you know.
It wasn't very nice after we all used it.
Yeah, there's no cleaning lady like a hotel, at an Airbnb. That
Jeez.
is a
Yeah,
good
it
point.
started off with freaking early bird Bobby showing up. Our place isn't even ready. The dude's messaging me on Verbo going, "Hey man, I'm so sorry. Like there's and then my phone, I was reading the message, my phone starts to ring. I'm like, who's this? And it's the dude renting us the place. He's like, "Hey man, there was a bridal party here last night, or was it just a wedding party or whatever?"
Something like that,
He's like,
yeah.
he's like, "Man, they trashed the place. Like we're still cleaning it. Like, oh, we're cool. We're like an hour away. Like no problem." He's like, "Oh yeah, but there's already some dude here with his bags. Like, do you know a guy named Bobby?" Like, yeah, he can
Just
go in.
chilling.
He's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, he texts us. He's like, "Yeah, boys, I'll be in the backyard chilling."
We're like, dude, what the and then we get, I don't know what, 20 minutes away. He calls again. He's like, "Hey, we're almost done. Like, what kind of beer do you guys like?" I was like, "Oh, what do you mean?" He's like, "I'm gonna get you a case." Like, he was really cool and understanding. And in my head, I'm like, dude, we're not even there. So, like, it's not even a burden at all, but awesome move on your
Okay.
part. Auto 5 star,
Yeah, there's the
you
5 star
know?
right there after being late.
And you don't have to be there like your check-in time is just when you can check in. You're not late.
No, no,
But
we weren't late, but he was late because had we checked in at 3, he would have been like,
oh yeah, I would have. That's when I would have been like, dude, what the? But he
yeah,
did. He called, so
what are all these
that's
bridesmaids doing here? Let's go."
oh Jesus. Is it a tampon on the roof?
Were they chipping back here last night?
Jesus. And yeah, I was like, oh, like, well, let's get a rack of Modelo's. We get in, and the house is super sick. The coffee maker, that thing fucking sucked until the last night we
We
figured
finally
it
get
out.
it. Yeah, before we leave, a couple
Golly.
coffees. Oh man,
And so we're chipping in the backyard, and he comes in with a case of what did he have? Michelob Ultra. I was like,
Michelobes.
what?
Yeah, couple
At least it was
waters.
an M, but I was like, come on, dude. 4 stars.
Yeah, it was nice. It worked for us. We were
Yeah.
able to keep all of our stuff there, and we got a few rounds in. Fortunately, we were able to play the Superintendent Network tournament the night before
Yeah.
our supposed tournament, which was a lot of fun with Brian Laurent or
That
Brian
was
Laurent.
killer.
Yeah, that
That
was
was
killer.
fun. He
What a
played pretty
course,
well,
hey? The
man.
grass clippings. Holy fuck.
I don't
Yeah,
I'm still upset about that.
we are still upset about that. We'll have to address that. Maybe we can address that after the interview. We got John coming on pretty soon, but we can definitely. I don't know if you got any questions about that today, but we can dig into that
Last
after.
I looked, I didn't. Just to clarify immediately, I'm not upset at anyone there or anything like that
No,
by
no, of course.
any shape of the fucking imagination. Um, but yeah, no, but yeah, the night before we got to play in it, and Adam got to see Tournament Trevor.
Yeah, that was good. It was fun. Like we were what? We were -1 through 9 holes. I think Trev hit most of the greens.
Those guys we were playing with were trying to talk so much smack, which
Yeah,
they were funny, but they were trying so hard to knock me off. And in a fun way. They weren't being dicks at all. They were a blast, all these dudes from Tennessee.
yeah. The one guy had a
And
few beers.
oh wow. Wow. Those guys were super fun. I remember seeing them
Yeah,
the next day at the show. We're like, what's up, guys? We're like,
yeah.
hey.
They were struggling a little bit,
What was the
but
one guy's name? Sundance. That guy. I'll never
oh,
forget
what a
that guy.
swing! Yeah,
What a
Sundance.
stick.
Yeah,
Wow, he was
absolutely.
good.
Believe he's
But
a
yeah,
fan of the show too. So what's up, Sundance?
yeah. Sundance. I haven't forgot you. Everyone else, I forgot all your names.
Yeah.
Look
If
at
you ever
this
get,
guy's already double beering.
I got the grass clippings. Well, I had one at dinner, and I figured I'd have one on the show. So
Not gonna lie, I got bubble guts right now. I just took some
gross.
Tums.
Yeah, we have John Rowbottom coming on from a lot of people will know this. He's from Wakefield, which is in Yorkshire in the United Kingdom, and he's at Woolly Park Golf Club, which is probably one of the
Yes.
biggest Instagram accounts
Woolly
for a golf course, I think,
Woolly
out
Mammoth
there.
Park.
Like, can you think of a golf course that puts more stuff online than them?
Other than like TPCs, no. Like, are you talking like no? Because I guess he does technically just have the Woolly Park, and it's not just their maintenance crew.
Right.
Colin puts out a lot of stuff on there in
Colin,
Caboolture.
yeah, true. Does put on a lot of stuff.
But no, I mean it's definitely when it comes to classy content, yeah, it's number one.
Hmm.
Other than like
Educational stuff.
TPCs or Augusta, other than those kind of places.
Oh yeah, he's done a really good job. I remember when we started Turf Today, Woolly Park had a lot of cool videos and a lot of
Holy,
insightful things kind of going, and just kind of started the accounts at the same time.
oh, dude, I feel like a can of Bud Light right now.
Oh, jeez.
Just garbage.
Got the gurglies.
Well, we didn't even do that. The night tournament first. We played at Arizona Traditions
Erich, yes, with Rob from Tinder. That's right.
with.
Tell the
We
fans.
didn't meet him on Tinder.
Okay, tell the fans about the first tee.
Oh my goodness, we are such a bunch of assholes.
We are.
So Arizona Traditions, cool, kind of tucked HOAE ish. It's not even an HOA course. There's just so many houses around it.
Hmm.
Super squirrely. You need to hit your spot track. Super fun greens. I played like dog shit, but I had a blast.
It was one
It
of
was
those days. It
super fun.
was hot too. We're
It
getting
was
some sun.
well, yeah, especially because we none of us expect. I mean, it's Arizona; it's going to be hot. But like when we were there, we got the like 65. It was basically hoodies all the time,
Hmm.
but it started to cook in the afternoon, like at mid 80s, and it was even abnormal for the time in Arizona. Even a lot of the Arizona folks were like, "Wow, it's kind of toasty today." But we go to the first tee. We're like, "Oh man, you guys want to play the whites or whatever?" And they're like, "Oh no, we'll play back. Like it's a short course."
It's back
The
by the road.
blacks are like 30 yards to the right of the
Nobody's hit from
starter.
them all year.
Yeah, and even our boys like, nah, no one really plays them. And it's not that they're difficult, it's just they're out of the way. But we're like, oh fuck it, let's go and play them. Big dog it, feeling all cocky, and we flick the tee, sees who goes first. Adam's up first. We're like, all right, Adam, get it rolling. And you can tell him what you did.
I hit it just in front of the ladies' tees, I think. It's a hard ground ball.
And I immediately started laughing super hard. Guess who's up second?
Next.
Me. Does the same fucking thing. Just a big old Big Daddy hack top of the ball, fucking.
Oh man.
Oh,
Really unfortunate.
and there was a group or two behind us too. Oh fuck! And then I want to say Rob was next. He pipes one down, redeems the group a little.
Oh, such a nice shot.
Other Rob, he kind of pisses one off to the right, and he said at the beginning, he's not a great player. He's just there to have fun. That's all we cared about. But redeeming though, after just duffing both shots, looking like two complete assholes. I believe we both parred it
I
to
think so.
start.
At the end of the
Yeah,
day.
I know I
Yeah.
did. I pumped up. I hit a 5 iron up about 10 feet from the green and then chipped it on to about a foot. And I think you roughly did the same thing. I think your second shot was a little squirrelier, but that chip on was sick.
Yeah.
You ended up to the right in that because like this course, just like every other course that we got to play, which was really cool in a sense, but like the tees, the fairways, the green surrounds, and the greens were mint. Anything else was brutal. And I guess that's just Arizona golf. Was that rough is dormant, tall, patchy Bermuda, and
Yeah.
it's not fun to play out of.
It was a challenge. It was something
Yeah,
to get to had definitely had to get adjusted to for sure.
yeah. Those fairways though were fucking. Mm.
Very nice.
I don't remember who won. Didn't I think Rob won
Yeah.
that
It was
course.
close.
It was. Did we end up tying? Is that
I
what it
think
was?
we tied at grass clippings. I know that. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
remember
because
what
we
happened with
played
the
it during
first
the
one.
day. That's right.
Yeah, went out to get we had a tea time during the day.
What happened there to you during the day? Someone got a little fiery.
Oh yeah. Hit my ball over towards just behind the hole. There's a
I've
lady in
never
the
seen Adam nor a Canadian in general be so pissed off about something. It was delicious.
yeah.
Go on.
I mean, I don't remember the whole situation
I
because I
know
was
it.
pretty steamed about it, but
You
yeah,
want me to tell it?
I
I
ended
don't
up
remember.
beside somebody's cart basically, and my ball
So,
was not there when I got
all
there.
right. This is what went down. We were on the back nine because I remember this is when we started being able to use the woodies that we got at second swing. Rob and I,
Yes,
oh
yes.
my goodness, I'm gonna live there. Still in heavy contact with Lamont. Lamont, man,
Are you
is
nice?
the
There
man.
you
Oh
go.
hell yeah. So it's one of the this course. If you guys ever get the chance to go play Rolling Hills, go play it day or night. It's a sick track. Super fun. Way longer than you expect, but also short enough to be fun. And Adam kind of yanks this one over to the left, up and on a different tee box. And these folks aren't up there at the time when it gets hit up there. So, it's not like, we blasted it into someone and whatever. But, I hit one up. Rob hits his up. Rob's kind of over in the left on the dirt too, but Adam's way left. And he starts walking over
Hard
there.
left.
And he's like, "What the like? Where's my ball?" And I'm sitting there waiting for all these kooks to find their shit. And I get impatient, so I chip the ball on and start to go help him out. And Adams like comes out, tosses a ball on the ground, and chips it up. And he's all fired up, like, "What the fuck?" He goes, "Dude, this fucking just hit my fucking ball. It was a fucking Pro V1 too. She hit my fucking good ball." I looked at her and said, "Hey, did you play a Pro V1?" She goes, "Oh yeah, I did." And he goes, "Well, what the fuck? Why'd you play my fucking ball?" He didn't say you bitch to her. He said that like to us. And apparently her response was, "Oh, well, we just come out here to have fun. We don't fucking care what ball we play." And that's when that fired me up. I was like, she fucking said that. She doesn't fucking
That
care what ball she plays. What a twat. Are you
that's what she went
fucking
with.
serious? We don't care what ball we play. And if we weren't there being hosted by Scott and Brian and Jesus Pete and everybody, and like we weren't having a tournament or attempting to have a tournament the next day, I would have rolled up and been like, "Hey, give me your fucking ball because that's mine because I don't care what ball I play." And would have just like hockey slapped her shit or something, not her personally, but her ball. Like, what the fuck? Like, what a bitch. But I had to like reel in Adam where I'm like, dude, like we know the people here like really well. Like,
We got to chill here.
let's not. I want
We
to
got to be
also.
good.
And then the routing didn't happen to where we could chirp at them from different tee boxes, or else we 100% would have.
I was hoping there would be an opportunity where we might run into them again.
I
Yes,
did too, because
but
then I started to get kind of fired up, and I wasn't playing super well either. So I was like, "Fuck this round! Like, I just want to fucking mess with these people." Like, you don't do you there if, and we talked about it on the course too. It happens where you roll up on a group, you're like, "Hey, did you play that Pro V1?" They're like, "Oh shit, I think we might have like fucked like here like Pro V1 or something, or like owned it." Rather than just be like, we don't give a fuck what ball we play. Like, basically, she totally just gave you a giant middle finger.
terrible. I hated it, but I mean, there's not much you can do about it, right?
You started playing really well after that, though.
It's true. I did get fired up. With that 3-wood to like couple feet on that one hole.
I looked at him, was like, "So tonight, do I just need to take your ball or what?"
Yeah, is the
So
play.
that was funny. Um, yeah, Rob won that one. I think it was all close. I think we were all within like three strokes.
Yeah,
Me and you tied. I remember we tied,
that was a close one. And
and
then did we do pop stroke that night?
no, because we had the superintendent tournament that night.
Oh, okay.
We played grass clippings twice.
Twice that day. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
We did the old pop stroke the night before with Bobby. That's a fun place. If you ever
No,
get a chance to go there.
Pop Stroke was sick, but that was I think it was the next night. And now Mr. John, is it Sir John since you're in England? Can we give you Sir John?
No, no, just John will do.
Ah, dang it. All right, we got to get
How
you
are we doing,
knighted,
guys?
man.
Not too bad. How are you doing, John?
Brilliant, thank you. Yeah, yeah, a little bit tired. This is it's about as late as I've been to bed for quite some time.
Yeah, definitely. We can
We've
imagine.
just, actually, technically, I'm living in the future now. It's tomorrow.
Oh, there you go. Well, we appreciate you staying up for us. I know sometimes it's not the easiest, but for this, we're hoping we can get some good stories out of you and just be able to tell some of your stories. So that's nice that you're able to stay up for us.
No, it's great. Absolute pleasure to be with you guys tonight. Definitely.
We actually do it on purpose so that you get really delusional and your stories get even funnier.
I like it. It's a good plan. Good plan. So
So I'm
where are we starting?
we're gonna start with your hoodie because I'm a hoodie whore, and
Yes, Trevor
I
needs
want
to
to
get him
know
a
We're
if
swag.
repping. We're
I
repping
want to know
tonight.
if I can get one of those sent to the
Uh,
States.
I think we might still have some in stock. Yeah, I could probably pick something up there.
Ooh,
There you go.
Yeah, we
yes,
can
I'll
probably do
pay
something
the
with that.
shipping for sure.
Nice.
Where are
No,
you
we
coming from, John? Or today, tomorrow? You actually, yeah, you're
Uh,
officially in March. You're in a whole nother month.
yeah,
Wow, look
yeah,
at that.
we've just hit March. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, coming to you from a little tiny village called Woolley, just between Wakefield and Barnsley, in the middle of West Yorkshire, and yeah, it all sounds a little bit sleepy, I suppose.
It sounds
Um,
really warm and cozy. When I
It
think
does
of
sound
Wooly, I
yeah,
cozy.
immediately
yeah,
think
Yes.
of like a really fuzzy blanket.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
And that's where we
pretty
usually
much, pretty
start,
much.
John, is we usually go back to the start and talk about where you're from and where you grew up. And it sounds like you're kind of you've grown up there and stayed there. So tell us about Wooly and everything that's going on there.
Yeah, so I was born in the town, sort of a couple of miles away. I lived in this area all my life, and it's we I've grown up in a family business. You know, my family have farmed in this village since 1922, and in the mid 90s we took the plunge, and my grandfather decided to build a golf course. Don't ask me why. We
Because he's
never
a
put.
very smart man and he's
Yeah.
Yeah.
awesome. That's why.
Um,
Maybe
None
not
of us.
smart, but he's awesome.
Yeah, totally. None of us played golf. We'd never experienced. Yeah, exactly. None of us had ever experienced anything to
Very
do with golf.
ambitious.
Um, but farming in the UK at that time was pretty much in the doldrums. It was There was not a lot of money to be made in it, and the government were recommending that everybody diversified into another branch of business. So we picked on golf, and here we are,
Royal and Ancient's just like
29.
government,
Yeah.
make everyone build golf courses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, I've sort of grown up with the business. There are some pictures out there of me in very short trousers pushing hand mowers around the golf course when it was first built.
Oh, I was going to say, was that last
And
week?
yeah, no, we're wrapped up warm right now. It's cold. So yeah, I've been into turf since a young age and grown up in it, and here we are now. But no formative education in it. I disappeared off to Newcastle University, many miles away, and studied history for 2 years up there. So yeah, I am a completely untrained greenkeeper in the UK.
I'm sure there's been some good training though. There's got to be a couple people.
You had the best school there is, which is hands on.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's basically sums up the entirety of how I've gone about my turf career is sort of getting stuck in, hands on, learning from the guys around me, and sort of here we are, and sort of making a pretty successful job of it. I think.
Would there be anybody
So
specific, any mentors or anybody in your family that you could really, put a lot of that on?
I think I've been fortunate that the guys that have worked for the business alongside me for a long time, they've all been, some of these guys have been here 20 plus years. So they were all educated in MBQ level two greenkeeping at local colleges, and I've picked up knowledge from them. I've then had the opportunity to go on and do bits of learning with Bigger, our international greenkeepers organisation. And yeah, it's just been a sort of, for me, I've done a lot of my learning has been through books, online learning, and just sort of picking things up as you go along. But I think a lot of it has been very much hands-on, working with the guys that have been there for so long. They've passed on their knowledge of everything they've learned, and we just sort of wing it.
and that's the secret of the entire industry, folks.
Yeah, yeah. I try not to give it away too many times. When people say, "How do you create a successful golf course?" You just wing it, make it up every day.
I mean, you got to fail to succeed sometimes in this. Everyone's going to try something new at some point, and it's going to fail, or some weird thing with the weather is going to happen. You're going to fail, and it's just finding a way to fix it.
Yeah, I
You
think
know,
yeah, I think that's it. I think there's a lot of trial and error in greenkeeping. It takes
oh yeah,
you've got to put your heart and soul into it. And you make a lot of mistakes along the way, but when you're in a fortunate position like I am, that I've been able to work on the same golf course for such a long time, you learn the land, you learn what best suits it, and over the years, you make it better and better.
Absolutely. Do you feel like more education or something like that, a step up, is something you want to do, or are you kind of comfortable where you're at?
I think my life's almost been sort of planned out from my early years. I always knew I wanted to be a part of the family business. My parents sort of said, "Go away to university, try something different. If it doesn't work out, come back to the business." And I think my heart was always set to go home and to carry on and hopefully provide something for the next generation. I've got two young kids myself, and I hope that we can leave a business behind that they can hopefully be a part of in the future. So I think for me, my sort of ladder of progression has stopped. I know where I am, I know where I want to be in the future, but it will be here.
yeah. And you got free labor coming up with the two kids, so perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Already got them on irrigation tech. They love
Oh,
turning the
wow.
sprinklers on,
That's
especially
awesome.
when I happen to be stood in the middle of the green.
Well, yeah, you got to give them a target.
Yeah.
That is
But
too
yeah,
good.
I don't see myself being anywhere else. You know, I love my office. I love what I do, and yeah, long may it continue. I think.
That's awesome. We also love how you promote the turf dog, or I should say, the three turf dogs. Can you please tell us about those guys?
Yeah, so the oldest two now, one's 12 and 13, so they're sort of hitting
Jeez.
retirement age. They've become very much clubhouse dogs now, and I've sort of lost them to the chefs at work. Really,
I'll
they
say
follow them around,
the pets and the
follow the bacon
treats are at the
sandwiches around.
clubhouse.
You're like, why would we
But
work on the golf course anymore? We can be in here and warm and dry and be fed.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
I don't have
they're
to move
loving,
to get a treat. Yeah.
yeah, they're loving life. They're loving life, and enjoying retirement. But yeah, Turf Dog 3 is wild, for want of a better word. Tried to commit suicide actually 2 days ago.
No way.
I don't know, did you guys ever see the video of it when it was trying to chew the side of a buggy as I was riding around?
Yeah.
And that's its thing. It chases tires, and then ended up under one the other day. Fortunately, one small cut to its foot, and that's it. But whether or not it'll have learned a lesson, I doubt it.
My mom's dog has been hit by a car 3 times and doesn't go on the road anymore. But it took 3 times of getting
Real.
smacked by a car. So who knows?
I'm not convinced this is going to be the end of it.
Yeah, probably
I think
not.
she's a little bit of a feral one, but she's got great character, so we like having her around.
The tire biter,
Uh,
man.
but like that, I love having my dogs out there with me. They're such great companions on the golf course, and what a life for them, apart from when they're getting run over.
Yeah. Yeah. They
That
love to
sounds
be
like run
a part
over
of
on
it.
their own will, though. That wasn't an
Yeah,
accident.
it was self inflicted.
That's going like, oh man, I can't believe I got shocked when I grabbed the electric fence.
So they're part of daily life with us, and yeah, we love having them around. Love having them around.
I don't know why or how you'd be a superintendent or work on a golf course and not have a dog out there with you. Like it's
I think you'd be surprised. I think in the UK it's uncommon. I think a lot of places don't allow it.
though they don't
I think
allow it. Okay.
yeah, I
Trevor
think a lot
doesn't
of
like
courses.
dogs, so
It's not that I don't like dogs, I just don't want one.
don't want one. You'd have a barn cat or a shop cat if you could.
I would 100% have a fleet of shop cats.
No, I think it's quite an uncommon thing in the UK. I think
Interesting.
we're
Okay.
It's not
there's a
super
lot.
common here either. I mean, I think it's more common, but I'm thinking of everyone that I work with and deal with in the association. I don't think there's one guy down here in San Diego that's got a turf dog that rolls with him on the daily.
Okay.
No,
It'd be interesting
no,
to know
I
how
think a lot of
common
my
it is.
local guys, a lot of the local courses around here, there's a lot of restrictions on what they can and can't do in terms of bringing
Mm.
dogs to work with them.
Now, is that because of the owners, or are they city or county owned or country owned,
I
or
think there's a lot of our local courses are they're all sort of members owned courses.
ah?
I think it's the restrictions come down from up on high, and the guys are a little bit hamstrung with that. But
It's all,
yeah,
Gotta follow the rules.
all the
yeah, you
people
got
that
to
go,
stick to the rules.
they get upset when
Yeah.
dogs pee. Yeah.
Yeah. Classic.
But no, we do things a little bit differently. We've always we've
Yeah.
come to golf from sort of left field, and we like to push the boundaries wherever we can.
Do you play golf in a t-shirt out there?
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Coming
Nice.
there. It's on.
Yes. It's on the trip, eh?
I believe I
Yeah.
introduced I believe I introduced Adam to t-shirt golf at Goat
Yes.
Hill, and
It's very nice.
it's the
It's
best.
delightful. It's
It's the
delightful.
best.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah. It
There's
takes a lot of
nothing
the
better.
pressure off.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of casual golf wear.
Yes.
I think, and do you know what? And in this country, I don't know whether you find it the same with you guys over there, but the younger guys want it, and that's the future of golf. So why would you want to be against it?
I'm waiting to see
Yeah.
AK come out at the Live Tour tomorrow or tonight or whenever they are in Dubai
So,
and rocking a t-shirt. God, I hope he is.
oh
There's a
yeah,
chance.
did you see the practice round video of him
Yeah.
on the first
Yeah.
tee? Yeah,
At the
when
white
his
tee.
girl dad,
if
he's
he's
like, there,
rolling out in
Mulligan.
that, there's going to be heads turning.
Oh man, I'll be the biggest. I mean, I've already been a big AK fan, but like it's on. Like,
It's a cool
Yeah,
story. A
yeah.
lot of people
it's
betting on
already.
him
I
too.
noticed. while I was waiting for you guys, I was flicking through X or Twitter or whatever we're calling it these days, and it seems to be dividing opinion. Sort of
Mm.
what he was wearing in that practice round.
I believe there's plenty of bets in Vegas too of, you could probably bet on if he's wearing a polo or not.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh man, I hope he goes out in a
I'm sure
t-shirt.
there's one like that. But John, speaking of social media, one of the biggest reasons we've known each other, worked together a little bit, has been on Instagram with your big platform, and you guys do a great job of advertising for your course, but also kind of providing a little bit of education to some folks. And I just wanted you to talk a little bit about your account and kind of how that's grown and stuff like that.
yeah. I think it came out of nowhere, really. I think it was a lot of it for me was COVID. It was trying to keep in touch with our golfers when we were in lockdowns and things like that, and show what we were still doing on the golf course. Give them an idea of what sort of maintenance work and how we were keeping the place ticking over while they weren't there. And then it sort of spiraled out of control from there. A couple of videos went viral. Things got a little bit crazy, and yeah, and now I think it's grown into something for me that is just sort of it's for me it's a way of winding down after work. It might have been a shitty day on the golf course, but I can put a positive spin on something, get it out there, give people something they can enjoy, and it's sort of, yeah, it's just a release at the end of the day, really. Um, and I think as it's grown as well, the sort of the interaction I get with greenkeepers internationally now, and some come for advice, some come for a shoulder to lean on when they've had a bad day, and it's become something bigger than just an advert for the golf course. It's grown, and it's grown into something, that I really enjoy being a part of now. I mean, I started years ago on Twitter, and that just became a cesspool of just people that had sort of negative opinions on anything and everything. Whereas sort of Instagram's got that, it's just has a positive vibe about it, and I think I enjoy it now. I really enjoy it.
I've always found Instagram to be far superior.
I
I've
think
never been a
yeah,
big Twitter guy. I do
it
feel like shit
no.
now though because the Woolly Park account was already following me and I wasn't, but we fixed that. So
There we
Have you
go.
just Was that what happened on my phone just then? Oh no, no,
yeah, it
that
was
wasn't
both
what
of
happened.
us. Yeah, it was the pod and me. I was looking at it, I was like, oh, you're not following. Oh yeah, you are. Oh, I'm a dick. Okay.
We'll let you off. We'll let you off. But
There you go.
just know you came after it ticked over 20,000 followers, not before.
Well,
Yeah,
you're
You're
welcome.
in the
I'm
just
not.
know
aftermath.
that.
That's fine. I'm the minority now, and we're gonna grow, and we're gonna get it to like 40, and then yeah, and then I'm gonna unfollow and follow to be like the 50K. That's what I'm gonna do.
But
There you
like
go.
even like you guys must find it. Don't you find it wild though that how sort of how much fun it is educating people that have no idea what we do on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah. Well, it was like that at the start. Now it just seems to be like a big fight because everybody's got such like dark opinions.
Well, actually, to get to that, I did get something that I reposted, and this is good with you too. Here, it was this account Bogey Two Putt, and he made a post and he tagged everybody in it. And he said, I've been curious about the people who make the golf course possible. I woke up at 3:45 a.m. to visit the team at Eaton Canyon Golf Course, which is kind of LA-ish area here in California, and see them work before the sunrise. Birds chirp, deer gaze, and golfers tee off. They were unreal hosts, and I cannot wait to share some stories with you. And I reposted it, and he messaged me and was like, "Hey man, thanks for reposting." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, it's awesome. Like you were not in the industry, you're curious,
Mhm.
and you went and saw it." And I was like, listen to the show, and and
Plug.
it was kind of neat because it's just like what you said with how we can educate people. Like this guy just took
Mm,
it on his own hands and went and did it. He obviously knew
yeah.
about Turf Today and things like that because he tagged us in it, but it was still really neat to see. And he did post the reel. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm sure it's really rad. But yeah, it is really neat to be able to. Well, Adam's the one who does the Turf Today page, so I don't really do any of that, but be able to kind of be a part of helping educate people with that. and it's super fun, just like you said.
All jokes aside, it is really cool, and we've been finding Trevor and I've been finding we are hitting a younger demographic, so it's just a new way of how people are learning and taking in, media or taking in information. So we're hitting everybody in the industry, but we are finding we're hitting a lot of that
Yeah, yeah.
younger generations.
I think it's surprised me how few people understand the sort of the the amount of work that goes into producing a golf course on a daily basis.
Hmm.
Um, and especially those outside the golf industry, but those that just have that little tiny bit of curiosity about it, and those, and and hopefully, if we can give them something that they like the look of, and maybe bring them into greenkeeping or get them into golf, it's spreading the word, it's growing the game. Hopefully, and that's part of it. That's what I want to hopefully try and achieve. I think in this country we're struggling these days to get new blood into greenkeeping. We find that we struggle to find new staff members. There's nobody out there learning the trade, so to speak, and I think getting information out there like we do, in terms of the job that we do and what we get up to. Yeah, I think it's important to hopefully find that next generation of greenkeepers as well.
That is the goal. We've had at the show here in Arizona a few weeks ago, bunch of the college guys in the Turf Today Cup and gals
Mm.
were fighting us, and we're talking about the Turf Today page and how that kind of got them rolling into it, and they got into college because of things like that. So that was really cool. And so I mean, your page is, I guarantee you, it's doing that over there in
Hmm.
the UK, and it's fun to be able to have you here and kind of team up and do it and get to an even broader audience together, which is really really fun. And I lost my
And
train of
at the
thought.
end of the day, if nothing else, people just love watching me blow puddles up with an Air 2G2.
Yeah, well, there is that too. Yeah.
That's just
Do
it
you
seems to be the one. It's the one that gets everybody going.
well, that and your
It's provocative.
the revetted bunker too, right? When you guys were cleaning the bunker out, that was a
Yeah,
hot
yeah,
one.
that was the other one. Yeah, that was the other one that went wild. So we thought we'd with this back end, we've actually you'll have seen we're building two or three more. So we just
Nice.
thought we'd see if we can get those to go viral as well.
Hey, may as well. Why not?
Do
Do
you find
so.
people fighting in your comments like we do?
A little bit more so now, yeah. It,
Yeah, it's
I like
so
the ones that are
entertaining.
just like I had a guy, I can't think what he said the other day. Um, like golf course is just a waste of land or something. So I just
Oh,
replied to him.
nice.
I said, look, I said, well, golf courses in this country personally, a great use of land. We encourage new wildlife. We encourage new species of grass, flora and fauna, and and then there's no buildings on it. So we're creating an environment where people can enjoy recreational time, but at the same time, a wildlife habitat. So what's not to like?
I bet he shut
Absolutely.
the fuck up real quick, huh?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
did pretty quick. To be fair, yeah, it didn't take long. But no, like there's always one or two, but it's definitely a nicer place to be on Instagram than it is on Twitter, where everybody just hates each other.
Hmm. And we still call it Twitter, which is
Yeah,
so
yeah.
funny.
It never even X never even
Well,
stuck, did it?
it's one of the dumbest rebrands of all time. It'd be like trying to change the name of Ford. Like you can't do that.
You can't change. Well,
No.
especially when there is a tweet. Like, how can you say, "Oh, I tweeted,"
You
or
know
there's
what though? I
have a
am
tweet?
happy because that's the most annoying thing on any kind of show is, oh, so and so tweeted this.
Well, people
Golly,
still say it though. Like,
you know how dumb you sound though when you say that. Oh, I read this tweet and so said this, or I got this information from a tweet. Like, what kind of? I understand the idea of it's like, oh, I heard a little birdie said this, but fuck, is it annoying?
somebody 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 tweeted the other day
here we
that
go.
they thought that we should use Twitter as a way of educating people. So I
Yeah.
pointed out the fact that at the time, I think what is it like 280 characters on Twitter? Like how are we using that as an education tool?
The
Yeah,
shorter
that's
the
a good
better.
point.
At least in America, people are stupid. They need everything to be really, really fast. If it's not on TikTok, they don't believe it, which is disgustingly sad.
I haven't even branched into that yet. I can't take that on. It's too much.
Yeah, that's a tough one for sure.
No, no.
I refuse to start dancing in bunkers. I'm drawing the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll stay here on the Instagrams.
Oh
So,
dear.
so being over in the UK then, John, I know you d didn't go to school, but would you have any advice for anybody coming up and looking to get into this industry or looking to, start working at a golf course?
Yeah, yeah. I've had a couple of young lads that have come and worked for me over the last couple of years. We run an apprenticeship scheme in the UK, so you sort of do your college work alongside working hands on the golf course. Um, and I've had a couple of those guys come through, and they've never stayed the course. They've not managed to sort of whether it's a failure of my own and my teams, we haven't been able to keep them interested in it, or whether it's just not suited them and their personality. But I think the one thing that I would say is that if that I've seen more and more now with younger kids is if you're gonna go and give it a go, stay the course and get a qualification out of it. You know, these guys that I've had, they've done maybe a year. They've nothing to show for it at the end of the day, and they've wasted a year of their life. There's no piece of paper at the end of it. It's like if you're going to give it a whirl, do it, get that qualification. If you decide at the end of it it's not something for you, by all means, go find where your destiny in life lies. But get a qualification out of it.
That makes a lot of sense. Get that achievement, work hard, get it done. And if it's not
Yeah,
for you, move on. There's a lot of people that have gone to
yeah.
school for certain things and decided, hey, it's not for me, but they have the experience and can then move on with their
It's
lives.
something to add to your CV, and
Hmm.
it's if you haven't stayed the course and you don't have that, you've thrown another year of your life away, and it's just yeah, it baffles me, and I've seen it a couple of times now, and I just yeah, I'm trying to encourage. So I'm looking for another apprentice this year, and I will be trying my hardest to encourage whoever it is to sort of hang in there, stick it out, see how you go, and then make a decision after you've finished the course in another 2 years' time.
Do you think if we got Matty Rodrigue by each hand at him, we could heave him across the water to give our guy here a nice apprentice? And John could have
Possibly.
someone who's worth something. We could just heave Rodrigue over the water. He's
He
small
is kind
enough.
of light, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Frisbee him.
There's
I
got to
don't
be
know.
there's got to be some sort of we could surely there's some sort of international scheme.
Oh, there's some guys over
But
here that would love that. I'm sure go over there, work for a year or two, and get some experience. It'd be good.
I think it will be some experience at the moment. the
I
weather
think
the weather is killing us over here.
how so?
Oh, we're just experiencing wetter and wetter winters. There are so many courses closed in the local area. There's so much flooding. Um, in fact, it'd be November or December time. A course about 15 miles away from us has actually closed. It was underwater, and the members decided it wasn't going to dry out in time to get playing the season again. Um, and they couldn't raise the funds to turn it back round. So they've actually closed due to flooding. It has been
Wow.
That's
a
tough.
wild winter again,
I don't think I've
and it
ever heard of a
is.
course closure because of flooding, like a
Yeah,
permanent closure.
Right.
they're they've got a river that runs alongside it, and it's happened I think twice in the last 5 years now, where it's actually come over, flooded 9 holes of the golf course, and it has actually driven them to close it this time. And
It'd
Jeez.
just be a nine
yeah,
hole
it's
course, guys. Damn.
yeah, pick the high nine, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, it's just brutal at the moment. Brutal. The guys in the industry over here, it's soul destroying at the moment for them.
Are you
Damn.
guys experiencing like new disease or like heavy disease or anything like that, or is it just
No, I think touch
everything's
wood. This
heavy?
this this winter we've seen less disease pressure, I would say, for us, which has been quite nice. It's one less thing to worry about when everything else seems to be floating away. So yeah, can't really complain on that side of things. But we're lucky. We're generally quite a dry golf course, built on sandstony land, so it tends to drain pretty well. But it's pushed us to the limit. We've found ourselves closed a few times this back end, and it's just you know we're just praying for March and April to bring better weather for us. And I feel for those guys that are working on clay land. It's a killer out there at the moment.
That's tough. And you have old members coming out and trying to damage your greens too.
You stole my
Yes,
segue. I had a way
been
better
there.
one.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, well, you want to
you can
retake it,
slide that one
Trev?
in.
Okay, you take it. We'll figure it out in editing. Go ahead, Trev.
I forgot it now. It was on the
Oh,
spot. I was gonna say it was gonna be like God, the segue was so good. It was, oh, you've had bad weather, but it seems like you've had some bad members over the past too.
Yeah.
There it is.
Did we make international news? We might have made international news. I don't know. Did you guys ever hear about it?
no, I think you might have shared about it on Instagram, but other than that,
I kept it fairly quiet because it was a pretty grim time for us as a
okay.
family. It was so we didn't do a lot with it. But yeah, we it was COVID. It was 2020. We had a disgruntled ex-member that decided to take basically Roundup to the greens.
Ugh.
Um, targeted two greens. I think we had one, two, three, four incidents before we caught him red-handed. And
Is
yeah,
that a
it
death
was.
penalty over there in the UK? Because I mean, it's golf. It's
I
got to be.
wish, yeah, I wish.
Yeah, killing
Um,
grass. So
no, we managed to get him prosecuted. We got him into court, but unfortunately, it sort of goes back to what we were discussing earlier. It's the lack of knowledge beyond the turf industry as to what we actually do and the costs involved in what we do. We thought we'd estimated as a business when we sat down and worked it all out that we were sort of £80,000 out of pocket by the time we'd
wow,
finished.
Yeah, I mean, you
In terms
essentially got
wow.
to rebuild those three or four
in
greens that he
terms of
sprayed. Yeah,
rebuilding, man hours spent rebuilding
yeah.
the greens, products used, and then also loss of income based on the fact that once news spreads that your greens are getting sprayed off with weed killer, and you've two greens out of action and they're playing on temporary greens there, it's all of a sudden your income goes down because people aren't going to come and play. I know we lost a couple of members because they'd had enough by the time. This was over a period of almost a full year at it. We went March 2020 was the first incident, and then we had four incidents running up to April 2021. So we know in that 2021 membership period we actually lost members because of
Hmm.
what had been happening. So yeah, we estimated it around about 80,000 out of pocket, and we got him into court, and the judge more or less laughed it out and fined him 10 grand.
Jeez.
Couldn't have been a golfing judge.
No,
No.
but it just shows how little knowledge there is out there of what we do,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
the sort of costs involved in what we do.
Yeah.
It's
And we
that
have to
was that was an eye opener.
yeah. We got to rewind quickly because my imagination went wild when you said, I know Trevor's did too, when you said you caught him red-handed. How did
Yeah,
that go down?
I mean, initially the
Peaky
first
Blinder
incident.
style.
Yeah, not quite. No, it wasn't. There was no vigilante justice. Um,
Oh,
but yeah, the first instance. I mean, my team, we thought like, shit. What have we done? What have we spilt on the green?
Right, right.
I mean, your mind doesn't even go to where we ended up. Um, so we assumed it was a mistake we'd made, and we left a petrol cap off on a blower or something like that. But nothing. We couldn't piece anything together. And then another month later, it happened again, and you're thinking, right, there's something not quite right here. Um, and you sort of start to think, well, who's got a grudge against us? Blah blah blah, and it sort of you're starting to piece things together in your mind. Third incident, it was like, is this ever going to stop? Every time we seemed to get it something like back together, it came back and damaged it again.
was he going after the same green or different
So
greens?
yeah, he did one of the greens three times and
Oh,
another green
What an
once.
unclever
jackass.
and uncreative asshole. If I'm
Well,
fucking
that
up a
was
golf course, which I never would, I'm going after multiple targets.
and herein lies the downfall. We cameraed the hell out of the golf course.
Except for that
Mhm.
one green.
No, we cameraed everywhere. You can't even go for a pee on the golf course now. Not in the night, anyway. Um, so yeah, we cameraed the hell out of the golf course on like 4G trail cams, and then you just get that ping in the middle of the night, and it's like, here we go. So yeah, we were chasing around the golf course, in my truck, and my dad on his quad bike, and yeah, we caught him. We caught him on the green, um, same green again, and then I basically marched him about 3 miles down the road before the police picked us up, and it
Maybe
was
that he didn't like that green because he could never get a birdie on it or anything like that. Like he's just like fucking hate this green. Oh, he's double bogey this motherfucker. Like, oh,
It had nothing to do
maybe.
with you guys. It was just that
yeah,
green
no, nothing, no,
specifically.
no. But yeah, it was. Do you know what? It was shit. That was the shittest time I've had as a greenkeeper. That
Yeah.
was we. I think it got to all the guys in the end. Not just us as a family, but I think it got to all the greenkeepers. It was you get it fixed, and then down it's gone again. And it was soul destroying that.
Mhm. But it's looking good
In
now.
fact, somebody picked it up actually and used it unbeknownst to them. They put it in a tweet. Trevor, I'm sorry, they put it in a tweet.
Yeah.
Um, saying something. It was something to do with the fact that this is what it looks like when you fuck up your spray routine or whatever. And I actually contacted them. I said, look, I said, please delete that. I said, that isn't what you think it is. I said, that is like criminal damage.
Yeah, that's vandalism.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had that one
You
out in private.
you love that when people like take it and just have no fucking clue what they're talking about. And
Hmm.
you go to correct
Yeah, yeah.
them, they're just like, oh, either they're like, oh shit, my bad, thanks for telling me, or they're like, no, you're wrong. It's like, well, no, it's I
No,
took that
that's
fucking
my
photo.
picture. No, it was yeah, it was okay, but we had to have a quiet word in private.
No, definitely.
God.
Dummies. Stop taking pictures, people. As in taking, as in what's not yours,
Yeah,
taking.
don't take what's not
Not not
yours. Yeah,
not taking as in snapping a photo.
but no, we're just about there. It's taken us 3 years to get that green, something like. Yeah, it's been a we ripped it up, started again, returfed it, but we bought turf during we were doing it during COVID, and uh, we didn't think about how that would affect the turf. So turf wasn't being lifted as often in this country at the time. So we ended up buying turf that had gone beyond the point at which it should have been lifted.
No, yeah,
Right.
And then it's just been an
can't.
uphill battle trying to get that to take and sort of and get the consistency out of it again. So
So
again,
what's
like it's like that. I've thrown the kitchen sink at it for 3 years, and it has just. I mean, it's just cost money hand over fist. It's ridiculous.
what's the nickname of that green?
Uh, I've not got one. It's just the bane of my life, Trevor. It is
How do you
genuinely the
guys?
bane of my
You
life.
guys aren't like, all right, I need you to mow 1 through 9. You make sure you get the asshole green and the rest of them over there. Like,
Yeah, that could be it. To be fair, I quite like that. Yeah, we might stick. We might roll with that one.
No, that's funny. There's
um,
something about a golf cart going through a wall. I might want to hear that story.
yeah, like, there's a
oh well,
demolition
no, that
derby.
was it. That was one of the because, like you said any funny stories, and it's all the same. It's like everybody has the same ones, don't they? We've all seen it where the members let the trolley go, and all of a sudden it's in the middle of a lake. Had that a couple of weeks ago. Guy just ended up in the middle of a lake with it. I was like,
He
I
was in
Wait,
watched
there
it
with it.
happen.
he
I
was
watched
in the
it. I watched it happen, and I'm not
he
gonna
was
lie. I
in the
watched
cart
this.
with it.
No, it was one of those little push like
Oh
electric
shit,
walk
yeah.
behind trolleys, and I just watched his world burn. It was brilliant. And then yeah, you've got. I mean, like two of my guys the other day just stoved into the back of each other with an ATV and a tractor and a trailer. Just, why not?
Nice.
One of the guys blamed the other guy because he didn't use his brake lights. Not that we're all riding around in hydrostatics or anything like
No, yeah, exactly.
Jesus. Brake
that.
lights.
And
Get
then
the
yeah,
fuck out of here.
the best one was we were me and a couple of other guys. We were up in St Andrews playing the old course.
There we
Happy
go.
Rub
days.
it in. Rub it.
And then I got a message from my dad, who was still back at home working. One of the other lads had managed to accidentally, and
Floats.
it was accidentally, but he actually managed to drive a Ford Ranger pickup through our office door and wall.
What?
Yeah,
Must have
it was
really had to take
beautiful.
a
I got a
shit.
picture of it. It was stunning.
Wow. And no drinking involved?
No drinking involved. Unfortunately for the guy
I don't
that
think
did it, he was moving another guy's truck,
he
and
just had to take a shit.
the guy that owned the truck is disabled, so he has his pedals the opposite way around.
Shut up. That's
So
crazy.
Hold on.
so the,
What kind of disability
That's
makes you
not
have to have the
allowed.
pedals reversed?
so he has a fake leg.
There you go, Trev.
So why do you
So he has a
reverse
prosth-
them? What the?
so he drives with his good leg, but
Your
that
guys'
means that
cars are already backwards over there, so I can't even put
Yeah.
this in my head. So it
You're on
doesn't
the wrong.
matter.
so he's driving it the opposite way around in terms of pedals, but the guy that jumped in it to move it hit what he thought was the brake, but it was the
So he
accelerator.
slammed the brake
So he
because there's
slams
no
the
way you
brake
don't. And it just uh,
with one of the I think it was like a 3.2 V6 Ford Ranger and just went for it.
Oh my
Just made us a new
God.
door.
oh.
Well, that is a first. Switching the old pedals up on somebody. Wouldn't that be the first thing you tell them?
Yeah, when you go, hey man, you see that I'm a few pounds lighter because this part of my leg's not here. My pedals are backwards. Why wouldn't you say
Just so you
anything?
know.
But he knows the guy really well. He knew that the guy's truck was the wrong way around. It was just one of those like brain farts.
Jesus.
My goodness, that is hilarious.
But yeah,
Great. Now
that
he
was
has no leg and no truck. Way to go.
yeah, basically.
You
But
got
no,
a good one for us?
that's probably one of our better ones. And then I guess I managed to get a 12-ton telehandler stuck on the golf course as well. That was quite impressive.
What in the
Um,
fuck is a telehandler?
the forklift truck,
Oh,
JCB.
Forklift. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
So yeah, I was doing a bit of tree work, trying to get this gigantic tree that had fallen out of a slightly wet spot, and then ended up getting stuck and bogged down and I had about 1,000 horsepowers worth of tractor sat in front of me, dragging me out. That
ooh.
Hell
was an
yeah.
embarrassing moment in my life.
Hey, you're not a greenskeeper until you get a machine stuck. It's just
No,
facts.
you've got to get something stuck.
That's
Yep.
part of it.
Gotta. Well, we'll let you enjoy your March. We got a few hours until we get on into that month.
Yeah, enjoy, fellas, and yeah, it's been great chatting. Thank you for having me on. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Appreciate
Way
you
to
coming
start
on.
off season two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
happy days. I hope it's as successful as season one. It was great listening to them all last year.
Now you get to
Oh,
listen to
thank
your
you,
own
man.
voice for about an hour.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
horrible, horrible.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
We're
sure
all
it'll
the
be
same.
good.
No, it's
Well,
great, guys. Great catching up, and yeah, let's keep the Instagram rolling.
absolutely. I'm down.
Totally.
Yeah,
Well, we'll this will come out on Tuesday, so let us know if you want us to take anything out or add anything in about you. We'll do a little bio and put some pictures up. So just
yeah. Sound.
shoot it
Yeah,
over.
that's great.
And then if you got
Brilliant.
a large hoodie, let me know.
Yeah.
Large. We're going large.
Yeah.
Skinny fit. They are skinny fit.
Are you calling me fat?
Oh, maybe.
No, I'm just saying.
Fuck, man. I
He's just
prefer
hey,
Just
you
skin.
got to
saying.
put it out there. You got to put it
I'm
out
just
there.
throwing it out there. The
It's
narrow
just-
fit.
Hey, and
I
his
prefer
pedals are on the other side too, just so you know.
Yeah,
my entire car is on the other side. Okay,
that's just weird.
Yeah.
you guys are weird. I think that's what the entire war was fought about when we wanted our own country. Like, these fucking cars are on the wrong side. We can't do this anymore. End it. And that's ridiculous because I don't
Fix
think there
the
was
cars.
cars then. But
Trevor, drop me a DM, remind me, and I will send you some pictures of hoodies we've
do.
got in, and you let me know which one you want. We'll get you sorted
Oh,
out.
yes, you're gonna feed my addiction,
Yeah, load up that closet for him.
dude. It's stuffed. My wife hates it, and I love
Oh
every
yeah,
second of it.
there's just I have rafts and rafts of hoodies, and she hates it, really hates it.
This one's beat the fuck up too. Like, I got holes in the side of it. It's from the Farmers Open here at Torrey every year. The color when I lift the hood up is a completely different color under the hood because it's just sun
It's
bleached.
so
Oh
faded.
yeah.
Yeah, she's like, you
That's a
wear that
work
one all the
hoodie.
time. I have two of them drying right here on the chairs because I don't put them in the wash or into the dryer so they don't shrink. And yeah, there's two of them right there. So, and I think there's another one on the couch. I'm in like 4 hoodie zone, and my room's above me.
He's a hoodie
Big
guy.
fan, big fan.
All right, John, we'll go get some sleep. Hopefully
All right, dude.
it's a good day again tomorrow.
Yeah, cheers, man. See you guys later.
Cheers.
All right, take care, brother.
See ya. What a way to start it off.
Yeah, good little interview there. Always been a really good guy on social media, so definitely give him a follow. That's Woolly Park Golf Club.
I just did. So if you're not right now, don't feel bad. It's okay.
Yeah. Hey, if you're late to the party, that's fine. Still a party.
Oh, speaking of party, one of those nights we went to Pop Stroke.
Yes. What a spot.
Dude, so if you guys don't know what Pop Stroke is, Tiger Woods developed this thing. It's kind of like a Top Golf of mini golf.
Hmm.
And they've got an easy course and a hard course. And me, you, Bobby, and Rob, we rolled up and we did the easy course first. And it was cozy. It was very, very comfortable. I think who
I won that
won?
one. I won the first one.
You won the first one? Who
And the
lost? Did Bobby lose?
uh
I think Bobby might have lost
maybe.
because I remember him buying drinks.
Yes. I definitely
So
lost the second one. I know that.
the
Because the
hard
second
course was no joke, dude. Oh my God.
had water features and bunkers.
There was no
Yeah.
water feature.
Well, it was just bluegrass
Yeah.
or blue
But
turf, I should say.
we're rolling. I think this is on the second set of 18 on the harder course. And they've got who made it? It was Four Peaks. It was the beer that made their like house
Yeah, something
lager or
like that.
whatever. And we'd have a few of those. And I look over at Adam and he's fixing a cup. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? And you could see he twisted it into the ground. He literally just like fixed it. And there's cameras all over this place, of course. And the next thing you know, probably a couple minutes later, because we're waiting, I see an employee walk over and check the cup, kind of look around. I was like, hey, man, don't worry. We're all greenskeepers. Like, we were just fixing it.
We're
And
just
he
taking
kind
care
of
of things.
giggled. And he's like, oh, yeah, man, thanks, blah, blah, blah. He ends up being the GM. And, we chit chat. Oh, where are you guys from? All Canada, San Diego, Oregon, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, man, these beers are freaking phenomenal, man. Like, we're having a blast. Like, thank you. Like, this place is awesome. He's like, oh, yeah, thanks, guys. Da, 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 da. And he skedaddles and we get like three more holes in. Then all of a sudden, homeboy rolls out with a tray of beers. Like, here you go, boys. It's like,
Comes
oh
wheeling
shit!
out.
All right, that was
That
really
was,
cool, classy
oh
move.
man, such a great spot too. With all, like they had the
Yeah,
flat screens everywhere, music
the
going.
food was fucking good too when we
Hmm.
said, and and we hit it at the perfect time. We got there kind of early. Folks were still at like conference or classes because that's what it was. It was the Monday when I was in class all day.
That's right. Yeah, so it worked out
God,
well for
and
you.
Bobby too, man. Um,
Made it happen.
yeah, we went out and then as soon as we sat down for food, well, let's go play another round. We looked back and then everyone from the convention was coming in and it was so lammed.
It was time to go.
Yeah.
And then the next
It
day
was,
was the show. The show was busy. Oh,
oh my goodness.
there was a lot of people there.
I've only been to the one in San Diego and the San Diego Convention Center is monstrous.
It's big.
Phoenix is no joke either, but it's split into multiple buildings from what I noticed.
Hmm.
I was talking to, everyone, we know everyone everywhere for the most part, or at least we're going to know a handful of people. And everyone that I saw and who had been to many of these, I was like, is it me or is this like smaller? Like, oh no, the building's in kind of like an L and we're just a little more compact. And they're like, there's way more people here this year.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, dude, no one's afraid of COVID anymore. And I was like, oh yeah.
Everybody's traveling again. I actually wrote down a few names from some guests we saw. So we saw Steve Loveday, Yanni
Yes, you did.
Leto. We saw
Yeah.
Stacy
Did
who
see
came
Stacy.
on.
That was great.
Nick Thornton from True Turf was
The
on.
bad boy of turf today.
Matt Robinson was also
Yeah.
on. Yes. Obviously, Bobby Cook, Matty Rodrigue, and Voice Talk David.
Didn't see him at the show, so you're skipping ahead.
We didn't see him at the show, but he was down there. You're right.
We
But
did
yeah,
see we are in contact with oh my good Nolsey and never was able to find him.
that's right. Yeah, we
But you
didn't.
know who we did see that is by far the coolest out of all of them. Sorry, Dave, but you didn't travel anywhere near as far as we saw our boy Yanni
Yeah, Yanni
from
was cool.
Finland. From fucking Finland.
And then it wasn't him. And then we saw the real Yanni the next day.
Yeah, we saw like six Yannis, and I even told him that, and he was like, huh. Like
Yeah.
barely got a chuckle because He's so serious. I love him. He's huge.
He's a big
Holy
boy.
shit, he's a tank.
Yeah.
My God. Not
Soft-spoken
fat,
big man. Nope.
like, but he's got to be 6'4" and 250 lean.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Yeah. No, it was great running into him and some of our other guests and then some of the other people that we've talked to on the show. I think Jordan Kalick.
Close.
So you
I don't
you
think he
got
was at
me
the
doing
show
it
either.
now.
I don't think he was
Maybe
at the
not.
show either. I do want to shout out personally. I want to shout out the Clemson boys. And after I dropped you guys off at the airport, they were messaging me, and I found they came and found me at the Hunter
Nice.
booth, and I gave them all a bunch of stickers. They didn't win the Turf Cup; they didn't even play, so it's fucked up for that one. But
No.
they were super interactive with our thing, so definitely shout out to the Clemson boys, the Arkansas crew as well. Who else can I remember of colleges right off the top of my head?
We talked to a bunch of different teams,
Yeah,
men and women too, which was great.
yeah,
I got the top three here, Trev. So for the Turf Bowl this year, Purdue won it.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
second place was Penn State, and third place was the University of Massachusetts. So shout out to all those
I'm
guys.
kind of glad that Penn got nipped just because they've got the most known program. So that's cool. Good job, Purdue. I think we did run into a few
Yep.
Purdue cats. Um, I like the Arkansas group. They were fun because they didn't necessarily really have like team uniforms like some of the other guys.
No, yeah.
Yeah, they're pure Arkansas. It was dope.
And shout out Cole Boozer too for winning the Yeti competition. I think he was the second name drawn. We
I
don't really.
forgot about that.
So you had to be there to
Okay,
win the
so
Yeti.
we did a chipping contest. We talked about it on here. It's going great. Everyone's chipping in. It take a
We got a
while. Like
lot of people. We got a
a
lot of
lot of
people that got
people.
in,
Well,
which was
because
cool.
everyone's like, "How many people are in it?" I'm like, "Dude, there's like 6 names. Like, you got a shot." Like, oh, okay, and and which was true at the time. And I think there ended up being like 20 people. It got officially entered or whatever. And it's like, all right, 12 o'clock, you got to be here. Now, to be a little bit fair to who I'm about to roast, we did pull it at like 11:55. But the reason being is that we had a lot of college kids from the Turf Cup or Turf Bowl who participated. They're like, dude, we need to leave here at noon. Like, can we do it now? And we're like, well, fuck. I mean, there was like 20 of them there. So, like, all right, fine. So, Adam, shuffle, 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 and
Matty Rodrigue.
do a full 360. Hey, Maddie, where the fuck are you,
Matty!
dude? Maddie! Maddie! Not there.
Go again.
Fucking Maddie's not there. Next name we pull
That's
out
tough.
was Boozer, big old cat from this is a Clemson boy, wasn't
I believe so. I
he?
believe
Yeah,
so. Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
big win. And he was telling
He
us
was
he was there for that thing too.
he was
Like,
the first one there for getting close to the drawing. When he was chipping it, he's like, I'm getting this. I was like, all right, dude.
yeah.
And yeah, what a kid, what a stud. That was awesome. He got to take that. I need to find a way to contact him. I wonder how the fuck he got that thing home.
Yeah. You might have just had to check it on the plane or something. So I saw Matty though. I think next episode we can talk about the hockey tournament, but I saw Matty at the hockey tournament. He told me he ended up winning whatever it was where you had to register in all the booths. He ended up being
Oh,
first place for that. So he won something even sicker
oh,
than a Yeti.
all right. So, and then my buddy Nick Content, he works for AG Sod. He won closest to the pin and won a Blackstone and a Yeti from
Dirty.
Sunbelt. Yeah, I saw him hit
Nice.
the shot too. I was right behind. Was the next person behind him. He hit it to like 2 feet 6 inches or something like that on the sim. And
Wow.
I got up there and poked one, and it looked so good. Like everyone was like, "Oh shit!" And it ended up being like 30 yards fucking long.
Damn.
And then I couldn't
Well,
hit shit. But yeah, so shout outs to the folks winning stuff. I won a pair of Oakleys. Rob Dog won Oakley's, a speaker, and a fucking tumbler.
yeah, that was a good spin.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I
He
didn't
had a
even
day.
technically win that spin. I just looked at the guy and said, "Yo, dude, I really need a pair of sunglasses. Like, hook it up." And he's like, "All right."
Yeah. And if we back it up a bit, a few days, the GCSAA did the golf championship sponsored by Toro, and you'll like this, Trev. Seth Strickland won for the sixth time, 6 under
Or
score
minus
over two
six.
days, -6 over
Wow.
2 days. So that's the sixth time he's done it, and that ties him for most wins in history. So I'm sure this man's coming for blood next year.
Yeah, and next year is
6-8.
Florida? No, next
San
year's San
Diego.
Diego. I
This will
got to
be a
play Tori
Tory. Yeah.
the week after in the piss down pouring rain. That was brutal. But it was
Yeah.
fun. All the stands were still up from the farmers and everything, so it was cool.
Nice. It's good to be out there.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he can pull it off next year. And then Toro hosted at what was it, the Talking Stick Resort. They were doing all the
Hmm.
stuff. Toro hosted the GTX shootout where our buddy Easton Davis took home the GTX this year. So congrats to Easton.
Jeez.
That's a big one.
Palmer Spoonenberg says, "Long time no see." What up, Palmer?
What's up, kid?
Caden Lyers goes, "Anything exciting happen over the winter besides the trade show?" I played Torrey Pines. It's been rainy and shitty in San Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
it.
been winter up here, so it's hockey season.
Some loser named Mike Perinsky.
Mike?
Uh, Marky Dogs. Will Bobby Cook repeat at OGSA champion? I don't know. Bobby's a stick. I didn't even get to see him play, but the way he dressed and his set of clubs and I mean his scores he was reporting, Bobby's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll do well.
Yeah. Mark as well. He's got two more. What is going to be the biggest golf story of 2024? Predictions, please.
That's a good one. I mean, we talked about AK earlier. That might be a big one. He can actually do something. And he's going to tell his story, like he said, right? So that might
I'm
be.
excited for that. I like everything that's coming out of that right now. It'll boost Liv a good amount. Very,
Mhm.
very smart job on that. The biggest story out of golf this year, it's not going to be Tiger anymore.
No, you don't think he's
He's
going to win? I have people saying he's
no,
never going
he's
to win
toast.
again.
No, he's never going to finish another tournament. He's done,
Hmm.
dude. I mean, I'm not hoping for that. I'm not predicting that. It's just look at it realistically. He
It's
couldn't even,
realistically, yeah.
yeah, like I
What's the
want him
walking
to.
for him, right? Walking four
Well,
rounds
no, he
and
said something
being
about
under
being
par.
ill at Riv. Like he got sick. I don't, who knows? Um, I mean, the biggest story is that you can't really predict it. The biggest story would be if Rory's going to win a fucking major this year. That'll be huge.
Yeah.
And then the biggest stories are always going to be who's going to live next.
And what's going to happen with that whole situation?
Yeah. So can't really give you any predictions other than I'm fucking rooting for AK.
That's a great
So
story.
yeah. Last one from Mark. El Nino, will it factor into your grass growing seasons? And I think that's way more for me than for you.
Hmm.
And well, yeah, no shit, it will.
Yeah.
Um, Lots of rain is good, but also too much rain is bad, and that it's going to wash out all of our nutrients and whatnot. So there's going to be lots of spraying and lots of fert apps after and before it rains. So yeah, it'll definitely affect it. Oh shit, he does have one more. Will John Lamoureux finally learn how to use his microphone? Um, anyways, uh, Gecko Knight, you guys ready for another season dealing with the pests? And then in
Absolutely.
parentheses, the public.
I mean,
Well
it's
done.
we're talking about opening earlier up here because like we're end of February now and there's no snow and things are warming up, so there's going to be courses opening real soon, and
Yeah, we're
that's
still
odd.
open. Um,
And we're still open.
so we have this cart path that dips real low and has a baby teeny tiny bridge over this creek. And
Are you
instead
allowed
of
to
a
drive
tunnel,
off the cart path?
shut your fucking mouth. No. It Now that our tunnel doesn't flood, that cart path is flooded. And
Hmm.
it's all the dirt and shit and sand that's pushed up. So that path is closed. You have to go up 18, around 18, down 10, and then turn around on 10T to be able to get to the back nine. Unless you just want to skip 10 and go to 11, which some people do. But today I get a call from my assistant essentially, and he's like, "Hey, what do I do?" I said, "Well, you need to tell me the situation before I give you an answer to that." And he goes, "Some jackass is trying to walk across the fucking flooded area. He's knee deep in sand, going,
Oh
'Why
my
isn't this
goodness.
open?'" And I'm like, "Tell him he's a fucking idiot and walk away." Like, dude, are you serious?
That's all you have to do.
It's insane, dude. So it washed away one of our signs during the first flood.
But
And
still.
to be fair, it looks like it's solid sand. It looks as if you should be able to walk across parts of it because I thought that when I was trying to get the sign, and I stepped and went knee deep, literally knee deep into the sand, and luckily didn't lose
Yeah.
my boot. But this fucking
Tell
guy,
him he's a
like,
fucking idiot and walk away.
dude, like, are you kidding me? What
Solves
a
most problems out there.
jabroni. He
Oh, can
obviously
you give
did
me some
not do
help?
that.
My boss told me to tell you you're a fucking idiot, and I'm out of here.
Yeah, no, what a good. Darren's Fox. How the hell has used been
What's up, Darren?
all? How the hell has used been? It's been a long winter. That's what he said.
So
No, it hasn't. It's sunny here, so suck on that.
things were quick around here. So Trev, you'll like this. We went out for my little birthday dinner the other night, and my wife and I have not been out for a dinner in a long time.
Wait,
So
how did you have a little birthday? Like, isn't it just a regular birthday?
I mean, it was the 35th, so it's just a little, you know,
Yeah, it's
well,
still a normal
one day of the
birthday.
year. So, anyways, I don't make a big deal of it, but she wanted to go out, so we went out to this little it's a place called Retro
Retro,
Gusto. Gotcha.
I thought you said retro. Like, it almost
Retro
sounds like
Gusto.
it sounds
So
itchy.
it's a retro Italian place. So it's like 70s, all this amazing Italian food. We did like rice cheese balls and pizzas, like these like personal pizzas with the hot honey and everything. And
Yeah,
the
people in
guy,
Italy right now fucking hate you because that's not Italian.
I don't know, like I mean the menus weren't even in English. That's how Italian this place was. Had like the
Hot honey
little
on
plates and
pizza
everything.
is no, but go on.
Hey, so the guy comes out, he's like,
Sounds awesome,
what
but
do you guys want for dessert? And my wife's like, well, I'm getting the tiramisu. I'm like, well, no, like we're gonna split it, right? She's like, I don't care. You get what you want. So I got the cannolis, and we had an absolute time. Like, spent way too much money at this place, but man, the fresh, like authentic Italian food is
so
so
funny
good. But
enough.
hang on, after
Ooh,
this, we went to the comedy club right down
ooh,
the
who'd you see?
road. It was nobody big. It was just some local comics, but
Open mic night, and you got on there.
I didn't go up there.
You
No,
took all my material.
no, there was some good guys there. It was actually pretty funny. The way they have it set up there, they have like an upstairs and a downstairs, and so you fill in both rooms, and then the comics go between the two rooms back and forth.
Oh,
And
cool.
yeah, it was really cool setup. But we haven't had a night like that in a long time. It was good to get out and get some good food and get some laughs. And I think we were home by like 10:30. It was great.
Yeah,
The old
that is
parent life, eh?
phenomenal. It's greenskeeper life too. Even at 10:30, I'm dead.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So I got
Super
my wife's
early.
birthday's coming up, and so I'm taking her to an Italian place as well. So that's
There
kind
you
of
go.
funny. And
Nice.
then shortly after, it's my birthday. So yay!
Just a little birthday, or
It's a normal birthday because I don't do little birthdays.
okay, nice.
I get the sash. I usually have the crown and
Nothing
definitely
else.
balloons. I need fucking hundreds of balloons.
Balloons guy, eh?
Huge balloons guy.
Nice,
That's such a lie. None of that shit's true. I don't give a shit about my birthday.
nice.
Not this year, at least.
You got any other questions, or should we get into Trevor's Sports Corner?
Oh, no, that's it on questions. They're pretty simple.
Well, the main two things I had written down there were the Super Bowl and Tiger's new brand. I don't know if you want to talk about either of those things.
Okay, so the Super Bowl, first off, suck shit 49er fans. I'm glad you guys lost. That's hilarious. Remember all the shit talk he had to the Eagles fans about, hey, you choked against the Chiefs. You did the same fucking thing, so
Same
shut
thing.
the fuck up. Guess
Right
what? You had a
again.
healthy quarterback and you couldn't do it either, so shut the fuck up. Chiefs fans, I hate you a lot.
Are they becoming a dynasty?
They are.
They
That's
are.
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
They're filthy. I I am happy for Andy Reid.
Yep.
Love
Yeah.
Big Red. It's awesome. It was a phenomenal game.
It was a good game
Phenomenal game.
with
So
Nick Taylor in a playoff at the exact same time too at Waste Management.
oh yeah, we had that. We had the phone going with that, and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the Canadian getting it. Yeah, that was yeah, great game. We went over to Shane's house, and watched with him and his roommate, and my wife, like best fucking friends now.
There
And
you go.
so, yeah, that was cool. I did not want the Chiefs to win, but I'm also real fucking happy the 49ers lost.
So there you go.
Yeah, I didn't want either team to win for sure, but it was a great game. Whoever would have won it either way, it was phenomenal. It's all you could wish for when it's two teams that you loathe.
Hmm. The
Um,
NFL gets their Taylor Swift, Travis Kelsey
dude,
win.
okay, hold on, just settle down. That,
Find a seat, all right?
dude, the hate on Swift is ridiculous. They broke it down. Someone broke it down, and I found this to be really funny. It was something like she got like 30 seconds of screen time a game. And it's like, you're watching 5 minutes of fucking commercials and you're bitching about that. Like, shut up. And the
Mhm.
one thing is she's actually legitimately into the football game,
Oh yeah,
which
she's
is
a fan.
dope. Yeah,
It's
she's a
cool.
legit fan and she gets fired up. And I love it. Like, initially, was it annoying? A little bit, yeah, yeah. But then you see her react to the plays, and it's just like, all right, she's down. Let's
Yeah,
go. Like, that's
she stuck
awesome.
with it.
She's the most famous person alive,
Hmm.
hands down. There's
Gotta be.
not a question. There's no one else remotely as famous as Taylor Swift. Not one. Your close second and thirds would probably be like Messi and Donald Trump, and that's
Yeah.
it.
I was gonna say Donnie, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And they're still not touching her with a fucking 10-foot pole.
No.
She's so stupid famous.
It's cool to see her be involved in like a fan supportive way, not, you know.
Well, did you see they showed her one clip where she noticed that she was on the camera and she literally like said like
Yeah.
stop looking
Like
at
what are
me.
you doing?
Like
Yeah.
leave me alone. Like and it's yeah, dude, leave her the fuck alone. Let her watch a game,
Yeah.
you know? And then what was the other one?
Tiger, his new brand. Because you're a
So
big brand guy and like logos guy and stuff like that. So I'd love your take on that.
I have a bias with it now.
Oh, things have
A friend
changed.
of mine around here was like the lead person in developing the brand,
Cool.
which was cool, is cool, and she's awesome. And with that aside, I think the clothes are a little boring. I think the logo could have been cooler, but it's definitely not cool. You know what I mean? It's kind
Did
of
he have an input? Like, was Tiger
oh
like, this is what I want?
he had to have had it's his
Yeah.
fucking name,
He
and
signed
yeah,
off on it, right?
yeah. Which I like the little tiger logo. I like that it got blasted online with like the crooked sewing on the
Yeah.
initial. But I dig it. I think Sunday red and it's making sun and day, two words is weird.
Right.
The SDR sprinkled around the logo is a little strange, but it
Hmm.
doesn't look bad. Like
I heard somebody else has the patent for the word Sunday red. So that's why they had to be Sunday red.
makes sense. But TaylorMade owns it, so I mean, it's not like they wouldn't have enough money to go
Yeah, you never
and
know.
buy them out, I guess. But I don't know. I've gotten mixed on it. I personally don't think I would ever buy something from it at full price, at least.
Right.
If I were to be given
Being a
like the
hoodie guy
hoodie,
though.
if I were to be given a hoodie, yeah, I'd rock that, you know.
Nice.
And then it all depends on quality of the product. You know, I haven't put any of this stuff in my hands. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, check it out.
I think it's a nifty idea. I think it could have been executed differently. I am stoked for my friend. She is rad, and it definitely changed my opinion on it, which is kind of biased and wrong, and technically shouldn't happen. But friends supports friends. So, um, but all in all, even before I knew that she had a part of it, I didn't hate it. That's for
That's
sure.
good.
I
I
wasn't
mean,
a
it's
hater.
his brand, right? Like if he's gonna sign off on it or something he wants, like it's got to be something decent. You gotta enjoy it
You'd
just
think
because
so.
it's his creativity. So
Yeah, but at this point with him, it sounds weird, but him not performing, I'm really without knowing anything other than he pulled out of that tournament because of illness. I have not looked into it to see if they've even come out with what it actually was. So, you know,
yeah,
someone correct me with what it is, but that really rubbed me the wrong way.
but he was just done.
He started to play poor and then quit.
Hmm.
I think I Tiger's the ultimate competitor, so it's really hard to believe that he actually wasn't crazy sick or hurt or something. But at the same time, it's like, dude, finish like the 12 holes you got left. and then
Yeah.
do it. Not in the middle of the thing. If you weren't vomiting, I mean, again, I don't know, but there's something that just rubbed me the wrong way with that, where it's just like, dude, just hang it up, man. Like it's almost to get to the point where you're embarrassing yourself.
Yeah. You
And
got to
it's
watch
and
out
it's
for that for sure.
but at the same time, he's fuck, dude. He's the Kobe of golf. He's like the dude, he is not a quitter. Did you see how many Denny's waitresses he got? Like,
Kept coming back for those grand slams.
dude, yeah. Like, I don't know. It's
Not to go back to the food or Denny's too quickly here, but you're gonna love this. We were actually there a couple weeks ago. They had a robot moving the food around the restaurant.
I saw a video of that today from someone, and that's disturbing, and I
My
don't
son
like
was
that.
losing his mind. He thought it
Oh,
was
I
the
bet he
craziest
was
thing ever.
jacked. Yeah.
He was like, "There's a
So,
robot! There's a robot!"
like, you're a robot.
But that's where Denny's is at right now, though. So watch them. They probably got paid out in the lawsuit, didn't they?
No. Why would Denny's get paid for Tiger banging their waitresses?
It's true. It probably helped them like in their advertising and promo and stuff.
Denny's needs no help. That is America's diner. Um,
It's a good point.
I went to a Carl's Jr. and the drive-through was all automated, and I will never go back again.
All automated. There
Yep.
wasn't a guy there.
Robot voice AI. No, no, no. There's someone at the window who gave me my food, but everything that took my order was complete AI robot. It was disturbing as shit because it was like a creepy lady's voice.
Hmm.
I hated every second of it.
That's not good. That's where we're
Never,
going though.
never again. Never again. Food though. What was that burger spot we went to with the cheese curds in Arizona?
I was trying to think of that
There's
today
a
because the
chain. It's
the
blue.
beer the beer was so good. Oh,
The burger spot.
Culver's.
Culver's.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, I'd never seen a Culver's in California. I guess it's a big West Coast, Midwestern chain burger spot. Fuck, that was good.
it wasn't bad. Yeah,
And it was relatively cheap. I got like
yeah,
a double cheeseburger menu, like everything for like $9. I was pretty surprised.
it was a pretty good spot. Yeah,
Rob Dog knew that place and he got the cheese curds, and luckily he couldn't finish them all. So my fat ass got to eat a lot of those. And holy shit, they were good.
oh, that's funny. I thought you were bringing up the place we went the first night when the burgers came out before we'd had two sips of our beer.
Oh yeah, the
It
food
was
was wicked fast there.
holy smokes.
That's right. They were fucking on top of it, and that beer sucked. Well, the first two I had, their regular just house lager was good, but I've never had. Those were two of the worst pilsners I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, it was a
They
good
were
thing they were
they
giving
were
out
booty.
tasters.
Yeah, for free too. That was dope. That was
Mhm.
nice. It was a rad spot. Definitely recommend. I can't remember the name of it, but
Yeah, no, we might have to look up
um,
that receipt and be able to plug them because that's a spot. If you're going to Phoenix, definitely check them out because they have
yeah,
a nice little sports
your
bar
guys'
area.
dick was so hard on that place, and it was just
I wanted to go
totally
back.
mediocre.
Yeah.
Second swing though. That's where
These these
Rob
guys
Dog and I got
spent
our
like
rocks
I want to
off.
say it was almost 2 hours. Like at one point I was like, Bobby, what the fuck are we still doing in this goddamn store? Like
Yeah,
it was almost a good 2 hours that we were in there.
it was the absolute highlight. Yeah, that was
It was a
yeah
cool
full.
store. They had everything. Like
Well, the best thing was is initially. So for folks who don't know, I fucking love persimmon woods. I now rebuild them in my garage and do them. And yeah, like we went in. The guy's like, "Oh, we have everything here." Blah blah blah. I was like, "Oh, you got persimmon woods?" Like, "Oh no, we don't have that." I'm like, "Well, then who fucking tell me you have everything?" And so, but the place is huge. It's like a fucking Walmart. It's monstrous of all
yeah.
used golf clubs,
The
essentially.
the putting green's massive. Like
The
I was like,
putting
oh, I'm
green
on a putting
was
green here.
so
Like
sick. They had old returned Scotties, like the Circa 62. Like it was sick. So we're fucking around, putting around. Rob's getting new grips on something, and this other guy started talking to us, and the sales guys. And he's like, "Oh yeah, man, like we got everything here." I was like, "Well, your boy said he didn't have persimmons. You don't have everything here." He's like, "No, all the way to the back." I'm like, turned around immediately, gone. See ya.
behind
And
those
it was the
doors.
shop here. It was Lamont Man. And if you guys are golf club nerds, Lamont Man, he's a putter maker. He's like a pretty well known club builder. Fucking just beauty, just a beauty. And he had a couple persimmon heads in his window. Went in and already was like vibrating from excitement because his whole shop was so sick. It's just his building area. I was like, hey man, he came in. He's like, oh, what's up, guys? Blah, blah, come on in, check it out. And he had bags of fucking
So many golf
woods and
clubs.
putters, and it was so sick. And I'm like, you selling anything in here? He's like, dude, everything's for sale pretty much. He's like, other than like this little blah blah blah. I'm like, cool, how much you want for those heads? He's like, oh, like $10. I was like, a piece? He goes, nah, totally, you can have them. I was like, what the fuck? All right, yeah, let's go.
Bag them.
Rob got a full set of persimmons for like $30. And like he was so it was what the best thing was is like he knew that Robin, because you guys fucked off because didn't care like Rob and I did. And
Yeah,
it was a
no.
small
Bobby
room.
was almost buying a new driver. He was
Yeah,
almost
right.
sold. Yeah, he just didn't hit it very well in the sim, so that'll do it.
And so Rob and I are in there just fully like broken glasses, nasal spray, nerding out hard. Just and then Lamont he felt that in like the way we know what we were talking about. So he's like, dude, you guys are going to actually appreciate this. Like, I'm gonna hook it up. Like, it's just sitting here. He's like, you should see my house. I was like, cool. Like, when are you off?
Yeah,
Like,
when are we going over there? We
and
can miss our next we can miss our plans.
not that's when we went to Pop Stroke. We were gonna
Yeah.
miss that. But I got a couple of fucking sick persimmons and a bunch of stuff. And like, he's like, yeah, here's my card. Like, I got more things, blah, blah. And so, like, I've been texting him here and there, and he'll send me pictures of shit too. So it's like
Nice.
awesome. Like,
Trevor's getting out of greenkeeping, getting into club making.
if I
Potentially.
could, I would. If I could, I would. There's not the same kind of money.
The old titty lifters on the side. Yeah. Hopefully you have a good week. It's good to be back. And fuck yeah. Keep those real sharp.
It's new season.
Okay.
New season, new sign off.
It's my sign off line. I can't change that.
Yeah, you can. Who are you,
Well,
Walter Cronkite?
you went a whole season without figuring out a sign off line. So now it's like you got a fresh chance to start over here.
I probably won't kill myself.
Okay. See you next week, folks.
Just kidding. It definitely won't. Probably.
Definitely won't, probably.
You stay classy, San Diego.
Perfect. All right, buddy. Chat
Later.
soon.